All right, welcome everybody back to the JPEG Gaming Podcast. I'm the host, Coffee, and my guest for today is DarkShadowDmitri, one of my main server devs and a very good friend of mine. I figured that the first podcast didn't go out too well. There was a lot of audio problems, and it was mainly just me and Hubert just kind of memeing with each other, and people had some troubles just kind of like sitting through it. So I figured that we try and do a more of a professional take on stuff now, and try and like not just be joking around, and like actually try and be more accessible to more people, rather than just try and like have nothing but inside jokes and memes and stuff like that. So I guess Dark, introduce yourself.
I am Dark. I do stuff on the server sometimes, and I'm a shit coder. That's pretty much me.
All right then. So I guess we can start out answering some questions for now until we can figure out something else.
Yeah, I was looking at a bunch of these questions, and I'm like, well, these are going to be some really boring answers, because, like, most of these are just like, no.
Yeah, most of these are just yes or no questions, and yeah, I mean, there are a few other ones. But I guess we can start with, where is it? Will you ever touch Source Filmmaker in the near future? That question was asked by The Hurtful Sword. So, yeah. Maybe later on in the, maybe later on, but not, I wouldn't say in the near future. I probably wouldn't be using that. I'd probably try my hand at Hammer sometime soon, but otherwise, not Source Filmmaker. What about you, Dark?
Oh, I've thought about it, and then I thought about it some more and remembered how hard it was making pivot stick figure animations, and I'm like, yeah, no thanks.
Oh my god, I remember Pivot. I used to
I
like...
made some super shit pivot animations.
Yeah, me too. Like, if you haven't tried Pivot, then you haven't lived. Oh shit. Talking about Pivot, now I'm thinking of Line Writer for some reason. Like the old Line Writer website. Remember that?
Never used that.
Oh my god, you haven't... Oh my god, you haven't tried Line Writer yet? Oh, that's like OG internet right there, dude. Freaking Line Writer. Like the best thing ever. Well, not really. I mean...
Not really at all.
Not really at all.
I felt like it was the best thing ever.
It was good. You drew stuff, and then you'd have a dude who would spawn, and he would ride your lines. You'd have a normal line, you'd have a speed line, and...
That sounds kind of like a game I played, where you had to draw the terrain.
Yeah, kinda. And then, like, the dude just has... You have to, like, either have the dude not die, or you can really do anything you want.
I remember one game I played a lot was like this, like, it was like a stick figure torture chamber. I remember, it was like, you had to, always try to find all the different ways you could kill the stick figure.
Oh, alright.
And then there was like, yeah, it was a weird game. I just remember it was mostly like jokes. Like one was like, use the rope. And so the stick figure would try to kill himself, and then the rope would break, and he'd be like, goddamn shitty rope.
Yeah.
And then the toilet would fall and kill him.
Yeah. Sounds like a pretty shitty Flash
Sounds like a game an 8-year-old would play.
Yeah. So to further answer the question, no, I don't think I'm going to be using a Source Filmmaker in the near future.
Not Sourceful.
I guess the next question would be, alright, here's a Fallout question by Requiem Wolfie. What's your favorite Fallout game? I'd say Fallout 3, to be honest. It was a game I was introduced to the whole thing with, and I don't know. I haven't played enough of the other games yet, so my favorite Fallout game could change. But right now, I really like the story and the feeling of
Yeah,
3.
Fallout 3 was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember when it was like one of the first PC games I ever remember playing.
Yeah,
I just remember
I
going to a
played it on
friend's
the
house and they
PlayStation
had
3.
it, and all I did was get the like trash vacuum gun thing that you could make,
The
and I
jump
would
jet.
just go in Megaton and I would just shoot people with it all day, and then I would revive them, kill everyone, revive them again, go lay mines everywhere, kill them again.
Neat.
I'd always max out my
I'm
lockpicking
glad I
skill
got
too.
mine for a console, so that way I wasn't bored after cheating instantly.
See, I never got bored cheating. I would walk around. I played the entire game after playing it. Like, I played it legit later. Like, I actually played it legit after I played it cheating. Like, I would make my speed really fast. My VAT's 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Give myself the mysterious stranger pistol, and then I don't know. Like, yeah, I always used to just go super crazy with the cheats. And I was,
Yeah.
as a baby, I set my lockpick skill to 9 million, and then I had broke out of the vault when I was an infant.
Neat.
And that just broke the entire game. Because all of a sudden, when you go out, it just triggers the event that makes you like 19 or 20. So you're an infant and you leave and you're immediately 20, and you're just like, what?
Huh.
Or I think either that or it goes to the next stage. It just kind of forgets about it, and it acts like you followed along.
Okay. I mean, I remember my like actually a couple months ago, or really 2 months or so. My cousin family shared onto my laptop Skyrim, and I mean I played it legitimately for the longest time, and then I just got bored at like one point, so I didn't really try and like cheat in anything other than like I just created the herd of Heimskers. Basic at the shrine of Talos, the dude who's just freaking chanting. I just made 1 million clones of him, and they're still there in my save. It's just a herd of Heimskers.
See, and you know what I do a lot in games, I notice? Whenever I cheat, I don't just cheat, beat everything, and then leave. I specifically will engineer in scenarios where instead of playing the game normally, I'll invent my own storyline, and I'll just vaguely use the game's mechanics. Like, I guess the best example would be Minecraft, because that's the game I've done this the most on and the most recently. But other games like Fallout 3, I would do things like this. But I would get a ton of mods, give myself certain equipment for the mods, like a build, and then have a specific style. Like, I would get like a camping mod, give myself an infinite amount of the equipment, and I would just go and like travel and camp and try to like stay at villages and eat and try to talk to the villagers using other mods to get them to do stuff. Go around and build like epic castles, like role playing as a camper, just in my own single player world. I would never use more than I had allowed myself and just set up all these weird scenarios. I don't know, it was fun. It made a game that I'd already beaten a lot more interesting.
I'm thinking when Fallout New Vegas multiplayer is all set up, I figured we'd all try and like me, you, and Hubris could try and pull in some money, and we could all buy both Fallout 3, all its DLC, Fallout New Vegas, all its DLC. Thankfully, I already bought all of its DLC last Christmas for all 3 of us, and then we get the Fallout multiplayer mod, and then we get the Tale of Two Wastelands mod, and then we like just play through a Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas while I record that, and that would be really cool. That would make for a pretty good Let's Play.
I looked at Fallout 4 and watched some gameplay, and I actually really like the idea of surviving, gathering resources, and being able to build shit.
Yeah,
like it looks super fucking fun, especially since
there's
you
a
can
lot
eat
of
people.
good stuff about the Fallout 4
I watched
stuff.
a guy. It was so funny to me. Like he went around eating people. Like that's all he did. He built factories and would like clear out entire areas, collect all their bodies on giant conveyor belts that went down to his house in the center of like the world, and he would just like wipe out the entire earth, collect all their bodies, and grind them up and make them into food and eat them.
Hey, that seems pretty productive.
It was insane because he had like people that were like on his side, and he set up places to like to feed them or something. And all it had was human meat being made into hamburgers. Like he had a civilization of cannibals, and if he got pissed off at them for some random nonsensical reason, he would kill them and eat them too.
Yeah,
And he would just walk around carrying like this one dude's head. Like it was it's fucking hilarious.
It sounds pretty funny. All right.
It's just
Yeah, so again, to rephrase my answer, Fallout 3 is currently my favorite Fallout game. That could switch over to Fallout New Vegas if I play more of it. I guess here's another Fallout question to follow it up. What would you rather join? Like Enclave, Brotherhood of Steel, Legion, or NCR? I do the NCR, to be honest.
honestly, I didn't play Vegas that much, so I don't really know the exact delineation. But from what I understand, I think Brotherhood of Steel because technology.
And the Brotherhood of Steel are a bunch of assholes, though.
But technology, though.
But like, I mean, they're
assholes when you get a power suit. But you get a power suit. Like you could be like, oh, I hate you because you're insert race here. But here's a power suit.
NCR has technology too.
They don't have a power suit.
I don't know about that.
See,
maybe
power suits and giant mechas. Throw those two things in anywhere, and it's just like, you have my attention. What do you need?
Democracy will never fall to communist invasion.
Unless they have power suits. Then we're fucked.
Democracy has the power suits. Alright.
Yeah.
So I guess me, NCR, and Dark Brotherhood of Steel. I don't know, I just like the more like civilized kind of systematic of the government kind of thing. They were like they're actually helping the wasteland with an actual working government rather than some kind of crazy ass freaking monarchy or like, oh no, you're too dumb to have technology or any of that. It's just like, we're the government. It's bureaucracy, whatever, where we do a system. Here's how it is. You follow by the rules, you do the laws, and you should be fine. Otherwise, you'll be locked up. It's good. It's not perfect, but neither's our current system either.
You know why bottle caps were the currency for Fallout?
Because they were most paper bills were destroyed. It's harder to come by places to make them. They're hard to counterfeit, and etc., etc., etc. Yeah,
pretty much. They weren't just hard. It wasn't just hard to counterfeit them. It was impossible. We didn't have the electricity to run the advanced mega machines in the mega factories that you needed to mass produce these things. So they had specific etchings and logos that couldn't be reproduced, except for by machines, which you can't really run too well on
I don't know.
the power
I think
of a
in
dam.
Fallout 1 or Fallout 2, I think you can turn on a bottle cap place. I don't know for sure, but I heard of that you can do that. There are bottling companies.
It definitely does make them scarce.
Fixable machines.
And since scarcity is equal to value, it's the closest thing that's useless that you could collect and have as a currency because and it's
I also
like gold.
Think that maybe people people who turned into ghouls or people in vaults collected bottle caps pre-war, so it kind of carried over into the currency.
Yeah. I think the hard to counterfeit thing was also a really important thing because it's hard to inflate a currency that can't be made more of.
Yeah.
And so it would be bottle caps would be worth. I think I saw a video where they were worth $50 a piece, in the universe. If you actually did the calculations.
Yeah, I mean, game theory does stuff. It depends on what time era and all that stuff. Bottle caps right now are completely useless.
Yeah, they're like a 50th of a cent because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And they can be easily counterfeited and mass produced.
Alright, we're 14 minutes in. So
I
guess we're just going to go with another post-apocalypse game question, and then we got 2 more that we can answer. Have you ever played Borderlands 2?
Nope.
And nope. Alright, well that was a quick question. Do I plan on playing it? You got money? You want to buy it for me? Yeah, I'll play it if I have it, but I don't have money to buy it, and I probably won't have money because I'll probably buy other things before I buy that, and I'll still have more. I have plenty of things I want to buy before I want to buy Borderlands 2. So, yeah, I mean, if I had it, I'd probably play it, and I'd probably enjoy it. Probably have fun with it.
I don't even know what it's about.
Uh,
Don't even worry about explaining it. I'll figure it out.
I don't even know either. It's a game, and it's good, apparently. I saw gameplay of it. It's like a wasteland on a different planet or some shit. But whatever.
Sounds like...
Yeah. So, on to another question. The previous question was asked by Hurtful Sword, and the question before that was Requiem Wolfie. So the two, like, mainly Fallout questions were Requiem. Alright, so next question, which is also by Hurtful Sword. Have you ever thought of using Adobe After Effects? Dark.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You don't have an answer to that question?
Nah, I just figured you'd answer first.
Oh, well, yes, I actually have it installed at the moment, and I have used it before. I'm not very good at it, but I have a lot of random memes and green screens that I have on my hard drive that I sometimes go and mess with it.
Isn't Adobe Effects like a video editing stuff as well? I think I may have to use that for my YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's more for special effects. It's After Effects because it's post-processing, like, special effects, like you would see in movies.
Yeah.
And then you can edit with Adobe Premiere, which is very well coordinated with
free?
After Effects. Hell no.
What about After Effects?
Like,
is After
they're
Effects
both
free?
like a couple hundred. Like, imagine Photoshop.
All right, I
right?
guess I'm gonna need people to pirate me Photoshop, Sony Vegas, Adobe After Effects.
I am in association with a pirates collective on a cove in a bay far, far away, and I have stored some wares on me port side drive, if you will, of many of the wares that you be seeking.
Stuff. I just figured I could probably find someone who can give me the things. I just don't know.
Yeah, and not get a virus.
And not get a virus from like free After Effects. Ooh, let's download the first thing.
Yeah, Half-Life 3 beta download.
Yeah, Half-Life 3. Just get like Gordon Freakman mod. Hello, you are Gordon Freakman. You like crowbars. You like Black Mesa and stuff. But yeah. I think the full Aqua Teen Hunger Force like thing was all made in Adobe After Effects, if I'm pretty sure, like all of it.
Yeah, I don't know. You can do some pretty cool shit with it. It's got advanced motion tracking and shit. And I know a lot of really good MLG montages and things like Ancient Reality. His shit's in After Effects. Neat. So, and I actually made some pretty cool like glowing orb effects completely from scratch. Like, I took a purple line on a black background and made it into a glowing orb somehow.
Neat.
It was actually pretty cool. Like, coolest thing I've ever done.
Neat. Cool, dude. That sounds awesome. Whoa, I'm Dippy Fresh. Bit of a Gravity Falls reference there, but whatever. Moving on to the next question. What was the first game you ever played? I think it was Need for Speed 2 Hot Pursuit. I remember like watching a video of myself when I was 2, like sitting in my dad's lap, and like we were both playing it. I was kind of like fumbling with a controller because I was a toddler. Not even a toddler. I was like small, like actual like small bab. Very, very small babby. And
it was either...
Yeah.
There's 3 games that I don't know which I played first, but they're the furthest games in my memory. Donkey Kong on the Super Nintendo. Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo, and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64. Those 3 games were my life.
Yeah, alright, so you know some OOT. That's good. That's good.
Like, you see, my parents, they didn't want to buy me video games, so they're just like, here, take our old video games. And so eventually they bought, they like
Good.
when the fucking original Xbox came out, they bought me more games for the Nintendo 64, like this old Star Wars game and this old racing game. I
Good.
think I even played Super Mario 64.
Good.
That shit was the best, man.
Yeah, man.
I've actually been trying to get into emulating those games, but
Yeah.
I've been having trouble with it.
Well, I mean, your computer sucks. Don't even
Yeah.
try emulating.
I'm gonna
it
try the
ever.
64 though, because if I
No,
can't
no,
emulate
no.
a Nintendo 64,
Nope,
like,
your
I should
computer won't
just-
be able to do it. Just don't.
no, but I've
even-
done it before. It just crashed halfway through.
Exactly. All right then.
Yeah, I know that's not a good case, but
Yeah. Let's see. We're 20 minutes in now, and we're basically out of questions.
okay then.
I guess we can finish. I guess we can try the question that we never got to hear Huber's answer to because of the technical difficulty. So, what's your favorite sport?
You're asking me a question that I can't answer because I don't have a favorite sport, unless you count esports.
My favorite sport is CS:GO.
Yeah, you can't really say that.
CS:GO? Yes.
Yeah.
I like watching the players play CS:GO.
Like I've fallen out of it. I
Following
used to
the
be so into
Overwatch
the
League,
CS:GO
even though I've never.
pro scene.
Hey, what if
Like-
JPEG Gaming did a freaking actual Major League Gaming esports league shit with CS:GO?
That'd be funny.
You want
That would be funny.
Yeah, you want to do some esports? We could try and get an esports team for CS:GO.
Well, first, I would have to get out of silver too.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to actually earn some kind of rank.
Oh fuck, dude! I have over 1,000 hours in that game, and
Let me look at
it's
my
so
hours real
difficult.
quick on CS:GO.
Like,
56.
oh, dude, the worst part is there's this shit that you have to worry about now, where there's two different competitive modes: non-prime and prime. And so prime is you have to have a phone number tied to your account, and you have to have an account that's over level 22, which takes about 2 or 3 months to get, because you can only earn so much experience before you get a reduced multiplier. So you can only earn about 13,000 XP a week,
Yeah.
at most, if you're like a CS:GO god. And so
Oh,
it
Jesus.
limits people from being able to play prime. And if you get banned for cheating, that you can't ever use the phone number again. So you can't get prime again unless you get a new phone. And then you have to spend another 2 months. But non-prime, oh my god. 3 out of 4 people playing non-prime are hacking. That's a little exaggerated, but 1 out of 10, aka every game.
All right
And
then.
it is terrible. Like
Isn't
you
there,
just
a
have
thing
to
called Twitch
play
Prime
something
now
else
as well?
until you get prime.
Yeah.
They've had turbo Twitch for a while.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. Yeah, we're only 23 minutes in. And we're already out of questions. Everybody's kind of offline at the moment, so asking for any more questions would reveal barely any results. So,
Yeah.
I guess, I could ask you some previous questions.
All right, shoot.
Let me get them up real quick on the, on my computer.
And now to talk about our sponsor of the week, Empty Space, or as we like to
This
call it,
video isn't
nothing.
Sponsored. This video isn't
Sponsored by nothing.
Hey, that's an actual
You can
company.
do nothing
no,
with
no,
it.
stop. You can actually buy capsules of nothing in the store.
That's that reminds me of something Lego did. They sold an invisible jet, right? But it was really just an empty container with weights in it for $5 a piece.
All right then.
Yeah, that is
All
some
right.
high
So,
level.
here is a question from the previous podcast. What's your favorite sport? No. I'd say. What are your top 3
Go.
favorite games?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I've already answered this in the
Go.
previous podcast. If you want to hear my answer, just
Why
watch
not,
the previous podcast, guys.
That's a hard question to answer, but I'm just gonna say for the simplicity that favorite games, as in at the to play at the moment, not like favorite games of all time,
Yeah.
because that's too difficult and complicated for me to answer.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
could
right
just
now,
answer.
CS:GO, CS Source, Gmod,
Yeah, makes sense. Mine would
and
be.
World of Tanks Blitz, just
That's.
because my friend has been getting me to play it
I'm gonna
forever,
remove
and
CS
it's
Source
alright.
and throw the World of Tanks in there. It's number 3. So
Yeah,
CS:GO, Gmod, and then World of Tanks sounds simple. Mine would be Gary's Mod, Super Mario World, and what
oh,
was the
and
other one?
Half-Life 2. I forgot to mention Half-Life 2 is still fucking awesome.
Half-Life 2 is a good one, but I mean, that I don't know. That doesn't like on my personal thing.
Dude, I thought Half-Life 2 was fucking beautiful. Like, oh my god, I love the shit out of that game.
Yeah. What's your favorite food and why?
Oh, another hard dude. That's like the hardest thing for me to answer because every day I eat something and think, oh my god, this is like my favorite thing ever. But then I'm like, nah, not today. Like, it's such a hard. I don't know why that's such a difficult question. Like, I could just listen things I like, but I don't have like a
Yeah.
favorite food. It's just why pick one? Like
Right.
some days I want different things.
All right,
Like,
then
or I could say something obvious like ice
I have a
cream.
better question for you that would probably
Ice
go up your
cream.
alley.
Ice cream. I
Ice
said
cream.
ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yes, it's good. I like ice cream. Is nice.
Yes. All right, but here's a better question for you. Would you ever make a video game, like create with scripts and stuff?
Oh, if you count using Unity, I made a very simple game where you roll around as a ball and collect little floating squares, and after you collect them all, it says you win on the screen.
Cool. That sounds way better than anything I've seen Vinesauce play. Oh,
Took me
man.
10 minutes.
10 minutes worth of jumping and then falling.
You're a sphere, and you actually can't fall. Actually, yeah, it was really simple.
Yeah.
You just roll around.
But I mean, would you ever make like an actual video game at like?
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Especially when I'm learning programming. Like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna make some like really cheap and like fun like 8-bit RPG style game just for the hell of it, because it's super simple to code, don't need a lot of animations or art, and you can make some pretty fun. Like I could come up with new. I could try and reinvent the genre as like for fun. It sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah. I mean, me, I don't know. I'd probably just keep going with my Gmod server. If I could make it like a new game mode, I'd probably do like an actual, like kind of more simple, like just a PvP battle, kind of like what Gmod Tower did, but have like different modes and stuff. That'd be cool. Just a simple like player versus player, like team deathmatch, capture the flag, stuff like that. Just like simple. That'd be cool. I heard of something called Ground Control, and it's supposed to be something like Counter-Strike, but on Gary's mod, so that's neat, I guess.
I also heard of Call of Gmod. What's that sounds like?
That sounds terrible.
Yes, it does.
But whatever. Let's see here. Anything else? What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you?
I found a human skull once.
Oh, spooky.
And
I found a human skull, but not like out and about, more of like I was at like an air museum, and I opened a thing. Well, my dad said my dad opened a thing on a plane and said, "Oh, hey, check it out. Look at it. Look in there." And I look, and it was just a freaking skull, and I got super spooked. But yeah, tell me about your skull, though.
Well, we were on this property in the middle of nowhere, right next to an Indian like reservation, and we were playing rock tag. And also they run off, And we never actually hit anyone. Like, we were all fucking terrible because some of us were on a cliff, some of us were on the ground, and we were trying to drop rocks on each other. And so my friends ran off,
Sounds like freaking
and then they
Wile E.
came back
Coyote shit.
and they told us to come check this shit out. So like, of course, and we're like, this better be good. And he's like, trust me, it'll be good. I bet you $100. And I took that bet. And I show up and I'm like, fuck. And we are freaking out like, dude, holy shit. I'm digging it out. And I pull it out and I look at it and I'm just like, oh, fuck, dude. I put it down because I was in Boy Scouts and that's why we were out there. And our scoutmaster comes over and looks at it. And he's like, well, shit. Calls the cops. Eventually, we get a picture and I get in the local news. And so
cool.
we get some testing. Like, the police had some testing done on it to find out how old it was. And since it was in chalk rock, so it was in like really good condition. Thing was 400 years old, and they said it was probably an Indian burial ground.
Nice.
So yeah,
are you haunted?
I'm fucking cursed.
Yeah, you're freaking haunted, dude.
So,
I don't really want you as a roommate anymore.
Yeah, in the middle of the night, just. Or we're not living in this house anymore.
I mean, if anything, I don't know. Because, I mean, really, what is a ghost? It's just opening cupboards randomly, opening and closing the door. It's already, like, kind of just a shitty roommate, to be honest. Just with a bit more spook.
Yeah, like...
It's just like a jump-scaring roommate, so it's like an even shittier roommate.
I'm too much of an optimist. I don't think that ghosts would be, like, mean or, like, mad at all. Like, I just feel like
it depends on the person and how they died, who they were. There's a lot of specifics, I think. One thing I like to believe is that there wouldn't really be much of a thing as ghosts, and really, like, when people die, they have a choice. Like, there's, like, a set of doors or something. Like, you can either reincarnate as something else. Like, if you died at, like, a young age, I'd say, like, you didn't deserve that life. You couldn't live through it. So, like, let's say you don't get to reincarnate back as a equal being. You reincarnate as, like, a friggin' bee or some shit. So you have to earn your way back up to being a human or something, or be something cooler, or whatever you want to be. Or you can choose 3 different places to haunt. The place closest to your body, the person closest to you, or a place you most frequently visited. You wouldn't know you wouldn't know exactly what place your body was at, who was actually the closest to you, unless you had, like, a really good, unless you actually freaking knew. And you wouldn't know, like, the actual place you've been at the most. Like, let's say it could be, like, your freaking bathroom of this one place, like, you've used to go to every day. It could be that. You could you could have the haunted bathroom. So, like, you wouldn't know, but you could choose 3 different places you could haunt.
I don't, like...
What if somebody freaking chose to haunt the place closest to their body, but their body was launched into space? Oh, man, that'd be the loneliest ghost ever, man. Oh, that's depressing.
You know, I always thought of it kind of like, if you think about reincarnation, if we say that every human reincarnates into another human, then all humans are just reincarnations of each other. So,
that doesn't
because you don't get to live one life, doesn't mean that your
ever
life isn't
growing.
lost.
Is the problem.
Yeah,
that's, like, the problem with
but
that.
you can still... The population can grow and decline. Who's to say that, like, in the end, it's all not just one person living different jointed lives?
how about we, instead of, like, reincarnation, we can set it to something different, like water. There's always going to be the same amount of water on the planet. It's just going to be in different forms. Whether it's in it's in people's bodies, it's in a lake, it's in ice. Maybe it'll slowly evaporate into the atmosphere, but then it'll rain back down. There's always going to be about the same amount of water on the planet. Maybe, like, it'll slowly decline, but not as...
I don't know. I mostly like the reincarnation idea as a just, like... because at the very least, it's a good justification for being nice to
Yeah.
other people, and like
Yeah.
karma. Because like karma, the whole idea is be nice to other people, and
Yeah.
then
don't
people who
expect
would be
anything
like,
in
"Oh, why do I
return.
have to do that? They're other people." But if eventually it will affect you, it makes you kind of want to be nice to other people, just because eventually you're going to be only hurting yourself.
Yeah.
So if you steal from someone, you're really just stealing from yourself in the longer scheme of things. So it's just not a nice thing to do.
If you're a dick to people, people would kind of want to be a dick back, to be honest. It's not really fully
Well, yeah.
karma, it's more of just mutual exchange of, well, fuck you.
Mutually
It's like, no,
assured
fuck
destruction.
You. It's like, no, fuck you. It's like, no, fuck you.
No.
So, yeah.
Oh, man, calm down. It's just a prank.
Just a prank, bro. We're at 35 minutes in.
Welcome to shit posting the podcast.
Yeah. It's not entirely. I mean, this is definitely a lot better than the first episode.
We started strong.
We started.
That counts.
I mean, if the podcast itself, like this one right now, yeah, we started pretty well. We could end right here if you want. There's a couple questions I could do, but it would kind of be a pretty big repeat, to be honest.
Some random guy just joined.
Hello.
I thought we were in... Oh my god. Move to the private chat.
This is
all right.
This is
Yeah. I thought we were in the private chat.
Good job, dude. Just that is some 10 out of 10 podcasting right there, man.
10
you should
out
get
of
hired
10.
by fucking
10
Google.
out of 10. Podcasting perfect. Oh my god. Oh, I thought we were in the private channel.
I thought we were in Discord.
I mean, we are in Discord. It's just...
Oh.
We're now in a private channel.
We are in Discord.
We're now in a private channel that I made on the Discord server. So it has like a limit of only 2 people.
Okay. I still have all kinds of GTA 5 hacking shit because my brother plays GTA 5 and he asked me to like hack it for him. The only thing I can do on Xbox is edit the save file, so you had $1 quadrillion. Oh, it was 2.6 billion or something.
I tried hacking my GTA 5. It didn't.
It doesn't work online.
Yeah, it did not work well at all. At all.
That's such a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, at least I found like my GTA Online experience though has been fairly okay because I found like I was just scooting around on my little shitty ass Faggio scooter, and then this guy just appears on the back of it. I'm like, I get off, and then all of a sudden he starts shitting money, and he starts making me just shit like large bags of money, and I'm like, it's like worth like 10,000 for each bag, and there's just millions of it. I'm like, holy shit! So I start grabbing it for a good like 5 minutes, and I just slowly get more and more. So yeah. So now I have like the most expensive apartment I can get in the next gen version of GTA Online. I have a lot of cool cars that are all like Vault Tech colors with the 101 and everything. Because of course. And all that. So yeah. Yeah.
I just found an old N64 emulator. I wonder if my save is still there.
We'll
see.
No. We're still recording, man. Not yet. I'm asking people for some more questions since there's apparently some people who are still online. Because we have a lot of foreign friends who are members of the community. Who's better, Darth Vader or Darth Maul?
I mean, double lightsaber versus force choke.
I'd say Darth Vader. Because, I mean, I don't know. Darth Maul as a character, I mean, sure, he gets more fleshed out in, like, the expanded stuff, but if we're, I mean, Darth Vader wasn't really in a prequel movie entirely. I mean, he was, but I mean, like, Darth Maul, like, dies at the entire beginning of the shittiest movies of the Star Wars thing. So, I'd say Darth Vader, because Darth Vader is cool. And a better character. Just in general, like, if we're talking movie-wise. Yeah. We're at 40 minutes. We could stop here if you want. This was pretty good.
Yeah.
We did alright. If we try and stretch it out any further, we'll just get more and more tired, and it'll just decrease in quality. Which,
true.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was the JPEG Gaming Podcast, Part 2. I hope you enjoyed. I hope we fixed any of the issues any of you have seen beforehand. More videos of the TTT and all that, or probably not even TTT. If anything, by now those would all be uploaded. But I'll be sure to record more episodes of Gary's Mod gameplay and other stuff like that. Sometime in the future, I would like to record a Death Road to Canada playthrough run. That'd be cool, because they've been doing a few updates as of recently. And, yeah, so, that was our podcast. Hope to see you again. If you, like this video and want to see more videos like it, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and, ring the notification bell, to, see more videos like this one, show up in your, sub box. Alright, so, yeah, bye.